My name is Sienna. I'm 17 years old. I live in a lively suburban town called Fairgrove, where every Friday night the streets echo with music, laughter, and the whispers of secrets teenagers hide from their parents. If you've ever been a teenager, you know that one party can change everything: your friendships, your reputation, and sometimes even your entire life. I never thought a single night could flip my world upside down, but it did. At a party I should never have gone to, where fun turned into chaos and trust was shattered. It started like any ordinary Friday. My best friend, Leela, came rushing into my room with that mischievous smile she always had when trouble was brewing. "Sienna, you have to come tonight," she said, tossing her hair dramatically. "It's not just any party, it's the party." She meant the one at Tyler Morgan's house, the most popular guy in Fairgrove High. His parents were out of town, his house was huge, and everyone was buzzing about it all week. I hesitated because I knew parties like that often ended badly: alcohol, fights, secrets. But Leela's excitement was contagious. Against my better judgment, I agreed, not realizing I was stepping into a storm I wouldn't be able to stop. By 9 p.m., we were at Tyler's mansion-like house, music blasting so loud the windows vibrated. Teenagers crowded every corner, some dancing, some shouting, some already drunk. The kitchen counters were stacked with red cups, chips, and bottles hidden in plain sight. The living room smelled of perfume and beer, a combination that made my head spin. I held onto Leela's arm tightly, trying not to look like I was completely out of place. Then, like a scene from a movie, I saw him, Damien Carter. He was tall, confident, with dark, messy hair and eyes that seemed to notice everything. He wasn't just popular, he was the guy everyone wanted to be near. And when his gaze landed on me, I felt my stomach flip. He smiled, walked over, and offered me a drink. "You look like you don't belong here," he teased. My cheeks flushed, and I muttered, "Maybe I don't." He laughed, and somehow that laugh made me forget every reason I had for staying away. We talked for a while, his charm wrapping around me like a spell, and for a moment I thought maybe this party wasn't such a bad idea after all. But trouble was already brewing in the background. Tyler, the host, was already tipsy, yelling at people to keep the vibe going. Some kids started daring each other to do reckless things: jump from the balcony into the pool, steal liquor from the locked cabinet, and even prank call teachers. I watched nervously, but no one cared. It was as if rules didn't exist that night. Meanwhile, Leela disappeared into the crowd with some boy, leaving me alone with Damien, who kept inching closer, his voice smoother with every word. Then came the turning point. Around midnight, someone shouted, "Cops are outside!" Panic erupted instantly. Teenagers scattered, dropping cups, knocking over tables, rushing to the back door like a stampede. My heart pounded as I searched for Leela, but she was nowhere to be found. Damien grabbed my hand and whispered, "Come with me." Before I could even think, he pulled me upstairs into one of the bedrooms. My chest tightened. I didn't know what he planned, and fear mixed with adrenaline. He closed the door, his voice low. "We'll be safe here until it calms down." But the look in his eyes wasn't safety. It was danger. I realized too late that being alone with him wasn't smart. He leaned closer, his hand brushing my arm, and I froze, unsure what to do. Suddenly, the door burst open. Tyler stumbled in, angry and drunk, yelling at Damien for stealing his room. The two boys clashed instantly, voices rising, fists swinging. I screamed for them to stop, but it was chaos. Tyler shoved Damien, Damien hit back, and in the struggle, a lamp shattered on the floor. The noise drew attention, and within seconds, other kids crowded the hallway, chanting and filming on their phones. I wanted to disappear. My heart raced as I pushed through the crowd, running downstairs, tears in my eyes. But the scene downstairs was worse. Beer spilled across the floor, someone had broken a window, and two girls were crying on the couch while others laughed like it was entertainment. Sirens wailed outside, louder this time, and reality crashed over everyone. Kids screamed, scattering again, jumping fences, hiding in closets. The party of the year had turned into a nightmare. I finally found Leela near the back door, her makeup smudged, her eyes wide with fear. She grabbed my hand, shouting, "We have to go now." We bolted through the yard, hearts pounding, slipping through the back gate just as police lights flashed against the house. We ran until our lungs burned, finally collapsing behind a neighbor's fence. My hands trembled as I held on to Leela, both of us shaking with the weight of what just happened. That night changed everything. Videos of the fight between Damien and Tyler went viral at school. Rumors spread like wildfire that I started it, that I was with both of them, that I was the reason chaos erupted. None of it was true, but no one cared. In high school, the truth never matters more than a good story. My reputation crumbled overnight. I went from invisible to infamous in less than 24 hours. Leela tried to comfort me, but even she seemed distant, scared that being close to me would drag her into the mess. Damien texted me once saying sorry for what happened, but his words felt hollow after everything. Tyler was suspended for the damage, Damien was grounded, but me? I was left with the whispers, the stares, the cruel jokes scribbled on my locker. For weeks, I hated myself for going to that party. I replayed every choice, saying yes to Leela, following Damien upstairs, not running sooner. But then one evening, as I sat alone in my room, I realized something important. That party didn't define me. It revealed the truth about the people I thought I could trust. Damien wasn't the charming boy I imagined. He was just another reckless teenager searching for attention. Tyler wasn't the fun host. He was broken inside, hiding behind parties and alcohol. Even Leela, though she cared in her own way, showed me that not all friendships survive the storm. What I found in the middle of all that chaos was myself, my voice, my strength. I learned that sometimes you have to lose your place in the crowd to find where you truly belong. I started focusing on the things that mattered: my art, my family, my real dreams of leaving Fairgrove for college. The stares at school eventually faded, the whispers moved on to someone else. But the lessons stayed with me forever. My name is Sienna. I'm 17 years old. I live in a lively suburban town called Fairgrove, where every Friday night the streets echo with music, laughter, and the whispers of secrets teenagers hide from their parents. If you've ever been a teenager, you know that one party can change everything. But that night didn't break me. It made me wiser, stronger, and ready to face the world beyond the walls of high school. Because sometimes the biggest trouble teaches you the most unforgettable lessons.